We have not seen any of that. Look at the latest figures, April, May, year to year, 26%, 28% lost in terms of investments. Look at the issue of recession. Yes, partly blame the Americans. Very convenient. Most dictators do that. And of course, although we welcome many of Obama's policies, we have strong reservations against some. I support his policy vis-a-vis the decision to withdraw from Iraq. I disagree with him and the American policy in Afghanistan. I still maintain, however much we disagree with some of the extremist forces, you have to negotiate and talk to them. With the Iranians, there may be some minor changes in terms of policy, but let them decide. We can choose to disagree. Human rights abuse, yes. Or undemocratic election process, yes. But you have to engage and respect the right of the Iranians to decide themselves. I mean, this may be differences. But the point is, even in dealing with this issue of economic calamity or crisis, it's back to the issue of governance. You don't solve the manner we do. We talk about stimulus package of 60 billion ringgit. In actual fact, we are dealing only with 15 billion. We have embellished these figures, we incorporate whatever things, guarantees, masuk, value cap, masuk. So, impressive figures, 60 billion. But actual spending would be limited to the funds disbursed for development, 15 billion ringgit. In Parliament, I compared to the amount of 15 billion, how we disburse compared to China. China spends 75% of the stimulus package on actual projects on the ground. Urban, semi-urban, and rural heartland. 75% of expenditure disbursed for the stimulus package for basic infrastructure. Get work done immediately throughout the country. People may have reservations on what the priorities are. Compared to our case, what projects? How do you decide on the tenders? Still the same old game. Get some UMNO cronies, wives' interest, children's interest, brothers' interest, son-in-law's interest, they will take over most of the contracts in the interest. When you criticize, they say this is new economic policy. You have to protect the Malay interests. I mean, the Malays in Manipur, are they Malays? In Permatang Pasir, are they Malays? You and Malays must be a Datu and a Tan Sri, who happens to be an UMNO leader or stalwart. Ladies and gentlemen, why I push for reform and call for the dismantling the new economic policy is precisely because of this. We have lost competitiveness. We must regain competitiveness. Because if this country succeeds, it's not only the Chinese succeed, the Malays will also succeed. This is our way. And no way, I'm a Malay, I'm a Muslim, no way will we condone a situation where the Malays remain marginalized and poor. No. But we want to bring up the status of the Malays, not by stopping the advancement of the other races. Why I differ with present UMNO policies? Precisely that. Oh yes, you want to help and assist the poorer students. Some Malays, Chinese or Indians, the poorer group. They are underqualified. Give them additional funds. Train them, drill them, have institutions, discipline them, make them work. But by doing that, don't deny the right of this Amoy who has 9A1s from her rightful place in any of our institutions. It is racist. A racist discriminatory policy to promote your people by stopping, curbing the advancements of the others. And I would appeal also to my friends, the Chinese and Indians, when you articulate well as Malaysians. Yes, you want the advancement of all our communities, but make sure, always refer to the problem of the poor and the marginalized. Because in that regard, we will speak as one voice, not this simplistic notion of one Malaysia. Yes, one Malaysia for the rich and the other Malaysia for the poor. One Malaysian law for the select few, the ruling clique, to deal with murder, corruption, and there's another Malaysia for the likes of Anwar, Pugan, and Teo. And that's what's happening in this country. Cases like even Teo is turned to be racial. This is one major crime committed by the present leaders. Nothing has changed. It's one death, one more death. And how they refer to it? Well, one Chinese young guy, so there are many Malays died already, and there are many Indians also, so we share one Malaysia. So we appeared. The DAP took the initiative, passed were there, I was there. Then we paid our respects to the Khas in Arugaja. How? For the religious Buddhists, then they would probably hold it. Don't say. I didn't do that. So, for the non-Buddhists, you are expected to respect and hold. We did decide to that. And Azmin was my right. So photographs were taken, distributed to the Malay villages in Malacca and Selangor. Anwar sudah jadi macam Buddhis juga. Bodoh. Ini stupid and bodoh. That's all. You treat people, Malaysians, as just damn stupid, trying to play. Now I'm a Malaysian. I had sense, a profound sadness. I felt that when this happened by the MACC. And you know, MACC has a particular relationship. You know that when I introduced that amendment in 1997, a new bill, Anti-Corruption Act, 1997, I paid a heavy price because more than half of the cabinet ministers were against that legislation. That provision that they hated most was the provision that stipulates that in the event you are found to have amassed wealth when in office, and it could be proven, even 10 years later, they will go. The law provides that. That they feared very much. Some raise the question, I say, you don't need to worry. After all, you are all incorruptible. Why do you worry? So there is that history. But what has happened to MACC? Yes, relatively a better piece of legislation. But because of the lack of political will, one, and the institutions of governance being controlled by the ruling clique, nasty, irresponsible, and blatantly corrupt, they use institutions like MACC to become a ploy, instrument to harass and intimidate. And now, after Perak, next is Selangor by using the MACC. What is this? Cows. And now, this poor young man died because serious investigation. It is a question of integrity, of transparency, of 2,830 ringgit. This will decide and determine success and failure of our state and our nation. Bloody shit. And who is the spokesperson? Demanding transparency and It's a laughing stock in this country. But as you know, corrupt leaders, arrogant leaders, authoritarian leaders would continue with impunity. And that's what's most sickening of all. With impunity. As if nothing has happened. You have ample evidence, land, shares, all of them who could trust squandered by them. And they have the audacity to talk about corruption. Mind you don't need to have an MACC. You have the old ACA. If it is meant by good men and women, they would have gone after this crooks.